and Spacer. Coming up in the next hour, we have our love song at 10:15. And two brave souls become our first contestants of the week on Popmaster. It's Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM.
With the BBC News at 10 o'clock, this is Jason Kay. Rishi Sunak could be confirmed as the next Prime Minister this afternoon, unless his rival for number 10, Penny Mordaunt, can increase her support among Conservative MPs. She currently has 25 public nominations, but needs 100 by 2 o'clock this afternoon to stay in the running. Mr Sunak has 155 supporters, including the former Cabinet Ministers Michael Gove and Priti Patel, who both announced their support this morning. The Conservative MP Damien Green is backing Miss Mordaunt and believes she will reach the target.
There are a lot of people who weren't declaring publicly what they were doing. Indeed, I mean, Penny's numbers, I know, are way above the published number. And as I say, we're confident of getting to 100 before the deadline of 2 o'clock, and you know, putting to colleagues the case that Penny is the person best positioned to unify the party.
The former Prime Minister Boris Johnson backed out of the race last night. He claimed to have the support of 102 MPs, but fewer than 60 had gone public about it. Will Walden previously worked as Mr Johnson's Director of Communications and thinks his return to Downing Street would have been a mistake.
I think in truth, and it pains me to say because as someone I've known him a long time, that Boris has displayed a startling lack of self-awareness, even by Boris's own standards over this. To believe that after just 6 weeks out of power, having been booted out by the Tory party, that somehow people wanted him back, I think was pretty hubristic. He wasn't the answer then, he isn't the answer now, and I don't think he'll be the answer in the future.
Labour has called the process to choose the next Prime Minister undemocratic, and it's again demanding a general election. More than 15,000 ambulance workers in England and Wales are being balloted on whether to go on strike. It's part of a dispute over pay. A ballot in Northern Ireland began last week, and in Scotland the government's made an offer which unions are considering. The Department of Health in England has urged union members to consider the impact of industrial action on patients. Royal Mail is urging people to use up their stamps that don't have a barcode on them by the end of January. From February, they'll no longer be valid for postage. Anyone with old-style stamps left over will be able to exchange them free of charge. One of Europe's biggest engineering projects, the Elizabeth Line through London, is now complete after the final station opened this morning. Bond Street is £500 million over budget and 5 months late because of construction problems. But it's considered one of the most important stations on the line because it's located in the heart of the city's West End shopping district and can accommodate around 140,000 people a day. Andy Byford is from Transport for London.
This was the missing link. This was the final piece in the construction jigsaw. So we have worked so hard to get Bond Street open, to have it open well in time for Christmas, and to provide that massive boost, post-COVID boost to the West End. We promised we'd have it open in the autumn, and we just delivered on that promise. I couldn't be more proud.
Andy Byford ending the BBC News at 3 minutes past 10.
Listen live on the BBC Sounds app.